Hello, welcome. I just thought I'd hop on and do a video today. Just a quick, well, I don't know if it'll be quick, but it's going to be a soulmate reading, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, I thought let's do a soulmate reading because I haven't done one for quite some time. I've sort of felt like the energy just felt like it was really, for me, I don't know if it's because we've got all these eclipses this year, but it just feels like a real year of like personal transformation. So I just feel like the whole relationship stuff kind of isn't as important. It's not really the focus. I think the focus this year has really moved. Oh God, hang on a minute. Sorry about this. Oh. Right. Oh God, dear. Sorry, that's my washing machine. Oh dear. I'm just drinking a bit of chamomile tea. Yeah, so I think it's the eclipses, because apparently we've got tons of eclipses this year. And I know that's not very technical. You can look it up how many there are. I think I heard there was 6, but I might be wrong. Perhaps there's not 6, but there's 4 or something. There's just more eclipses, I think, in a short space of time than normal. So I feel the eclipses like new moons and full moons really help us on our purpose of why we're here with our personal transformation. And you know, because they obviously help us to purge, you know, which is essentially we're here to purge and we're here to sort of release so that we can basically be the true spirit that we are. And so the moon's cycles really help us to do that. And then when you've got an eclipse, that just makes the full moon or the new moon even more potent. You know, the new moon pushing us into our new cycles and our new timelines, into our new energy. The full moon's helping us purge, you know, and bring up to the surface all of the stuff that doesn't make sense anymore and all the stuff that's out of alignment. And because we've got all these eclipses, it's just amplifying all of these full moons and new moons. And so I just feel the last few months for me have been more about my personal transformation and my emphasis on relationships being a lot less. It's kind of taken a back seat. But every now and again it kind of surges back up, and I thought, yeah, I am feeling that there's something going on energetically with relationships at the moment. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what the cards are saying, what Spirit is saying. So we're going to use this lovely deck. I'm using some calming decks because we have got the full moon eclipse in 2 days, and I'm already feeling the energy ramp up. I'll be honest with you, today has been a very non-productive day for me. I have felt very triggered by it, which is typical. You know, we typically feel the full moon 3 days before and 3 days after. Some people even 5 days before and 5 days after. Okay, so if you're feeling a bit triggered, like I think because it's been coupled up with the Beltane energy in England, it's very playful, and you might find yourself very unfocused and distracted. Okay, but don't worry, just trust the energy. The energies know what they're doing with us. We don't have a clue, but the energies know what they're doing with us. And I mean, you can watch astrology till the cows come home, but it doesn't really help, because at the end of the day we've just got to go with the flow. Like the symbol on my arm represents that sacred geometry for water. Go with the flow, you know, because that is really what we're here to do. We're just here to purge and to trust spirit, to purge and to trust spirit. And eventually the more we purge, the more we trust spirit, we come back to our source, you know. So I'm using the Saints and Angels Oracle, and I'm talking to myself. I'm not just talking to you, I'm just talking to you as a soul sister and talk to myself, because like I'm being honest with you, my ego's been triggered this morning And I know it's just playing around, but it's fine because I'm just ignoring it, and I'm like, well, it just starts to wane off. This is why people go crazy on a full moon. And with a full moon eclipse, just get ready because people will be even more triggered than normal. So let's go into this energy. Let's see what we get. The first card to come out is a miracle. Okay, so we are looking at a miracle here. I mean, there are other things I'm sensing, okay, and I'm very interested to see what comes out in this reading for soulmate. Now, remember, your soulmate could be a very intense bond, connection, could be love, could be a family member, could be a friend. It could even be a pet, because, like, I mean, Gilbert's my soulmate. He really is my soulmate. I know in a past life, he was not my dog. You know, it's just like, he follows me everywhere. Like, he must have been my husband's in a past life. But I'm telling you now, he doesn't share my bed because I know I'm a nutter saying it, but he doesn't share my bed because he is very naughty if he gets on my bed. Well, I'm not going to say what he does, but let's just say he's not allowed on my bed anymore. And you can probably imagine why. So yeah, even your pets can be soulmates. But there's a miracle here, and that does fit in with the energy I've been feeling. Like I say, I could feel the relationship energy, the soulmate energy picking up. But it could be even your twin flame. It could be any relationship. Probably somebody that's been a bit emotionally avoidant with you. But there is a miracle here being shown straight away, and that does link in with what I've been shown. So it's interesting. Oh dear. I'm just bear with me because I know I'm a bit off the wall today. But I mean, maybe you can relate to what that feels like, you know, when the ego's the mind's just spinning. Ask the angels for help. Okay, I'm going to pick another couple of cards today because I think we need more. I mean, yes, I feel strongly a deity or a spirit guide very close to you. And they're wanting you to embody their energy. Like, if there's any gods or goddesses or deities or spirit guides or loved ones in spirit around this full moon eclipse, you know, they're wanting you to call on them for strength, for support, because this is a big full moon that's coming up, and we are going to be releasing something that doesn't serve us anymore. We may not be releasing a relationship, so I don't think that's always the answer. I don't think it's always the answer to release relationships. What we have to do is release the karmic patterns that we have with relationships. You know, like always feeling like we're the victim, always feel like we're people pleasing, always feeling needy, always feeling, you know, controlling, whatever it might be. You know, always feeling fearful. So this is something I want to say to the sides. Don't always feel like you've got to change a relationship. It's fundamentally your karmic patterns that you need to change. And this is what's being released right now. This is why I'm going batshit crazy. This is why we're all going to be going batshit crazy over the next 3 days or 4 days, because something here is coming up to be released, and it's an old karmic pattern. It's to do with relationships, and it's going to free you up, and a miracle's going to occur. And there's a god or a deity or a spirit guide or a loved one in spirit who's really wanting you to embody their energy so you can stand in your spiritual power, and you can say, I don't need to do this habit anymore. I don't need to feel this way anymore. You know, I don't need to feel needy anymore because I already stand in my own power, and this spirit guide, this deity, this, you know, this Buddha, this Jesus, whoever is helping me embody my source, you know, and you're going to go deeper into your source. They're wanting to take you deeper into your source so that you have less reliance on this relationship. Happiness, unlock the doors to happiness. You know, happiness is within you, within your source. So the deeper you go into your source, the happier you become, and you don't need it from this relationship. God, I know I'm going like a nutter today. Someone from your past may return, okay? Don't panic, but it's there, okay? And it absolutely, I mean, I probably should have said before I start the reading what I've been getting, okay? I have been getting a miracle. I've been getting reunion. I feel there's going to be reunions. I feel there is going to be a coming together with people that you may have thought things were over and they're not. And I think there's miracles here. But I will say it's very important that the happiness has to come from within you, from within your source. So let's go a bit more into the cards. The recent past, and remember I'm using this sexual tarot deck, so it's a bit racy, it's a bit erotic. I sort of did blush a bit yesterday looking at a couple of the cards. Just because I know there's so many people watching and I think, oh my God, they must think I'm alright. Oh, naughty women. But, you know, anyway, let's not go into it. Temperance. So there's been a lot of healing recently. You've done a hell of a lot of healing on yourself. Magician. It's about opening up. You've been trying to open up to the infinite potential of the universe. You've been trying to be more balanced and calm and neutral and more spiritual, more patient, more gentle. And you've basically been just trying to open up to the infinite potential and just say, do you know what, I'm not even going to, I don't know, say for example, I'm not going to go dating. I'm not going to contact that person anymore. I'm just going to give it all to spirit. I'm going to give it all to spirit. And it's helped you become more balanced, you know, because you've not been controlling it. You've just been allowing spirit to decide what happens. And that's really what we should be doing. Now, what's going on at the moment, right? Page of Cups. Page of Cups, my God. Right. Yes. Now, Page of Cups is basically like good news, and it's exploring. It's a time of exploring yourself with the Nine of Cups. It's a happy time. Right now is actually very good news. It's very good news for you. Some of you could be receiving a loving message. Some of you could hear from somebody you haven't heard from for a while. Some of you could be actually connecting with yourself for the first time in ages and really enjoying it. All right, so this is going to mean different things to different people. But you are going to feel very happy at the moment and like, wow, you know, things are better for me. You're loving yourself more. And some of you could be receiving a message from somebody. The person you think about has got the Hangman card. They're waking up to something. They're realising something. They're realising that they've been quite mean or cold, okay? They've got the Hangman and the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles was in the reverse position. So that's somebody that's very stubborn, quite rude, not very generous, not very giving, cold. And this person, I think they're realising at the moment, oh God, you know, I have been quite horrible. I've actually been quite mean, okay? Meanwhile, you've been sort of loving yourself and loving life more since you got more balance and calmed everything down and given everything to spirit. And in the meantime, they are basically thinking about you and realising that they haven't been very nice. Okay, so then this person, what they're thinking of you, they've got the Death card. See, this is what I was shown. That this person wants a new start with you, okay? They do. They want a fresh start. Okay, death to rebirth. So they most likely do want a fresh start with you. Okay? If this doesn't resonate with you in terms of your love life, just think if there's somebody else in your life that there's a fresh start with as well, because there could be a message for you there. This is somebody who's going to be with you for the long term. This is somebody who is soul family, believe it or not. They are your soul family. Yeah, Five of Pentacles is showing. Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, excuse my language, but I can't remember what the Five of Pentacles because it's a different deck. I can't remember what it is. Let me have a quick look. Oh, abandonment and rejection. Okay. Yeah. I think this person walked away from you. I think they abandoned you. I think they rejected you. Okay. That's what they did in the past. And now they're wanting this fresh start. At the start, they're wanting a rebirth. They're in your soul family. This person's going to be around for a long time. How do they feel? Eight of Swords. They feel a bit stuck because they get very conflicted. They get very conflicted either about relationships or about you. They feel very torn in two. They may be like, well, this person's like single. They're being depicted as being on their own. So they probably think about it a lot. I would say this person thinks about you a hell of a lot. They definitely are waking up at the moment that they've not treated you very well. They definitely think about you a lot, especially when they're on their own. They think about you a lot. They get very conflicted. It looks like they're going to return. I mean, that card, can you remember? I just got to remind you again, that card was in there. I wish I'd said at the beginning that this is what I was getting shown about reunion, and that's why I just thought I should do a reading at the moment, because I know I'm getting shown a reunion, right? And like I said, it could even be with an old friend or a family member, but there's some kind of reunion or return to happiness as well. If you're not really dealing with relationships right now, this could be the return of happiness to your own self. And I know, I will admit, I've been going through that as well, and it's been beautiful. It's been so beautiful to remember who I am, and it on such a deep level, just go into my source and just feel like more me again. It's an amazing feeling. So there's all of that going on. But there is definitely somebody that feels extremely happy when they're around you. They feel extremely happy when they're around you. And then when they're not with you, they start to get all conflicted about it. Silly, isn't it? Why they're doing that. Okay, so how do they want to move forward? I have to say, these cards are really nice to shuffle. They've got the Star card. This person definitely feels drawn to you. There is such an alignment here. They're part of soul family, because Ten of Pentacles for me is the soul family card, and it's a long-term card. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is showing underneath. This is destiny. It's written in the stars. This is destiny, that you were going to meet this person, that you were going to be connected. We've got the first card, miracles. I feel like you're starting to believe in miracles. I think you're starting to get more trust in spirit again. This person, you know, it's like they're drawn to you and they can't describe why. They've got the Devil card and the Star card. They're drawn. There's somebody definitely that is, and they may suffer with addictions as well. They may have addictions, or they may have mental health problems, and like I said, when they're on their own, they start to get very conflicted. But it's written in the stars that you were going to meet this person, and it's destiny. It really is destiny. Maybe if they don't have addictions, they've got some sort of mental health issues. What's hidden that you don't see? This card's really funny. Six of Wands. You know, that is basically victory. So this is what I say. This is what I say. I can't get over it, how the cards are coming out with this. Ace of Swords, triumph. Oh my God, that's a double message. Triumph and victory. You're going to get confirmation this month in May that somebody does really like you, or they really, you know, they are really bonded to you. If it's like a family member or a friend. But if it's a lover, it's like they do really like you, and it's going to get shown to you. But they are a nightmare, because when they're on their own, they've got some sort of problem, either an addiction or a mental health problem, and they start to overanalyze it or get very conflicted. But They can't control this. This is totally beyond their control. I'm telling you now, there is somebody where they get drawn to you every time they either see you, or when it comes to a certain point in time, they always get drawn back to you. It's written in the stars. It's beyond their control. It is actually beyond their control that they have to somehow connect to you, speak to you, see you. Okay? It is like a miracle. The advice from Spirit is to just use all the knowledge you've gained about your spirituality, about loving yourself, about doing what's right for you, about your whatever it is you believe in. Just keep using your spiritual knowledge and your knowledge of self-love, which is what you've been cultivating with the Temperance card at the beginning. You know, you've been creating a much better balance within yourself. You've got a much better balance between your spirituality and your physical life. You've learned to be more loving towards yourself in lots of different types of situations, which is really empowering. So they're just saying, just keep using the information that you've got and keep doing what you're doing, because you are now going to be making much better progress. Apply yourself, they're saying. Page of Pentacles means apply yourself. You know, I think you've learned a lot about this person. That's what I'm getting. You've learned so much about this person. You sort of need to now just trust it. You know about this person. You know about this situation. You know how to, you know what you need to do, and trust it a bit more. Relax. Because you know, you do know what you're doing now. All right, it may not be ideal, but let's face it, what situation is ideal in this physical reality? So the outcome, there could be some competition, and there could be some issues that need to be addressed. Okay, and you have to make good choices for yourself. You have to make sure you don't get confused again. Okay. You know, because the Five of Wands is like when we get a bit involved in a struggle. You know, we get a bit involved in a struggle, and that could either be with the person or it could just be in our own heads. You know, and it's like Spirit is saying, you know, you can overcome the struggles. There are struggles and there are obstacles with this relationship, but you can overcome them. It's only the Five of Wands, you know, and a lot of the stuff you need to overcome is actually just your own stuff. Like I said right at the beginning with these moons, you know, these eclipses, you know, we don't have to change other people. If we purge our own karmic patterns out and just learn to focus on self-love, you know, basically that clears our karma, and then you'll see people around you start to change as a result. Just pure energy. So you don't have to do it the hard way. You don't have to confront people. You don't have to try and change anyone. All we've got to do is ask Spirit for help, to help lead us to more happiness, to help us clear out all the angst and the, you know, all of that pain body. And that's what these full moons are for. You know, so that we can return to being our true self. And once you return to your true self, you're deep within your source. Source is love. You vibrate off a completely different vibration, the love vibration. People around you just start to change. You know, you've got Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is like, I mean, look at this guy. Like, look, he just wants to cut her hair off because she's so amazing. Like, that's what the Nine of Pentacles is. You're so amazing through all the stuff you've been doing. You're becoming more and more amazing all the time, you know, and Spirit wants you to keep doing it. Like, keep doing your spiritual work, keep working. There's somebody in Spirit that wants to work with you even more closely. And the more you do that, you're becoming more and more beautiful, more and more wise, and more attractive. And people around you are going to start to change because your energy is changing. So that's what this reading is about, if you want me to sum it up. You know, there's definitely some sort of return or reconciliation. And through all the power of self-love and your spiritual path, you are basically attracting, you know, love. And somebody cannot resist you, basically. And as much as they struggle with it, they can't resist you. They know they have to be back with you, or they have to see you. And yes, there's issues that need to be addressed. It's not perfect by any means, but it is like a miracle, because there's been so many obstacles, and yet because you're energetically changing, it doesn't matter about the obstacles. You are basically drawing somebody in. And if you're single at the moment and you don't think there's anybody that's going to return, this is all about your return to your true beautiful being, and you are basically making all the right choices to love yourself. You are coming back to your source, and you are attracting love. And like I said, there could be multiple offers on the table, there could be competition, there could be lots of people interested in you, you know. But I think the priority, like I started the reading saying, the priority this year is self-development, personal transformation, because of all these eclipses. And if you keep working with that, you know, you're on the road, because your energy is just transforming. So you're getting more and more attractive. Okay, so it's quite a powerful energy at the moment. We'll just pick a few Saints and Angels cards just to see, you know, like what the support is here. Okay, a sign from above, a guardian angel. Higher education. Oh, you see, this is it. I think they're taking you higher. You know, when I said apply yourself, Page of Pentacles means apply yourself. Apply yourself to a new study or a new path. And I think it's your spiritual path. I think it's the path of self-love. And you just keep applying yourself. They're taking you to a higher level. Okay. You've got two guardian angel cards. What did I say to you? There is someone in spirit that wants to connect with you and support you and work with you more closely. Oh my God. Another guardian angel card. They're not all guardian angel cards. There's all different saints and angels in here. That is confirmation that there is someone in spirit, a particular spirit guide that wants to connect with you, or maybe a saint, maybe an angel, an ascended master, whatever you call them. Sweetness. See, you're coming back. Now, Page of Cups was the card that we had of what's going on right now. You know, and I said it's all about self-love. And Page of Cups is a very sweet energy because it's our true nature. You know, our true nature is just like a beautiful crystal. It's very sweet. It's just, so our source is love, so it's sweet. And there's someone in spirit trying to bring you back to that energy, because it's your true energy, and it brings in a miracle. You see, as you connect with your true energy, you bring in a miracle. Somebody who just will overcome, I think they'll overcome the obstacles to get to you, because you know, even though there's, I don't know what obstacles going to be different for everyone, but they're going to overcome those obstacles. If you needed one more confirmation, this is it. At the bottom of the deck, I thought I'm just going to look before I finish. It's another guardian angel card. Like I said, they are not all guardian angels. We have 4 guardian angel cards, okay? It's crazy. So, I mean, there are quite a few guardian angels, don't get me wrong, but you've got, you have got lots of other saints, so I'm not going to read them all, but there's loads of other saints in there, and we've got 4 guardian angel cards. They're talking about a learning experience, okay? You know, it is a learning experience. It's a learning experience when we get an intimate relationship with somebody, or a spark with somebody, you know, like that's more than just the average connection. And when we have something like that, it is a learning experience. And it's what they're trying to do is they're trying to show you signs and take you to the higher level. You know, they want you to apply yourself to all the information that you've got, all the spiritual experience and knowledge that you've now got, because you're going to be triumphant. You're going to be victorious, okay? you're going to come out of this month, you're going to come out of May just on another level of your energy, you know, and that's basically what relationships are about. You know, you don't, like I said, you don't need to change your relationship. It's about changing yourself, not changing yourself like changing your personality. It's getting rid of the false self and coming back home to the true self. You know, so that's why I've got eucalyptus here. You know, breathe that in. It brings clarity. You know, it brings you back into yourself, the true self. Because your mind will give you all sorts of ideas and things you should be doing. But it's about being in the heart, being the true self. Somebody here in spirit is trying to help you with that process, because what they're saying is there's a relationship that you are destined to experience. You're destined to experience this relationship, you know, and they want you to experience it as your true self. There is a reunion. Somebody's massively drawn to you. It's totally out of their control. And really, by the end of May, I think they will overcome obstacles just to get near you, okay? That's what I see happening. Whatever. I mean, if it's not a love relationship, the obstacles will be overcome. The right choices will be made. As long as you stay in your power, as long as you stay in your spiritual power and alignment, and you don't drop your vibration, you know, keep within your source. And if you do that, there's miracles here for you, okay? So I'll stop there. I'm sending you lots of love and peace. And thanks for subscribing. And if you want to book in for a reading, just contact me. I'm here. One love.